Bells open the doors of shadows. I welcome you, bearers of unseen fire, to the hour you have been made for. You are drawn here tonight by a force you do not yet fully name, a resonance beneath your skin, a pulsing drum in your veins, a cry that demands to be heard. This is no ordinary gathering of hopes and dreams. This is a communion of power. Power suppressed, power exiled, power so immense they buried it beneath black sites, behind locked gates, under veils of fear. But tonight that power rises. They whispered behind closed doors. They stamped their feet in hidden chambers. They built prisons for your potential, chained your ambition, hushed your voice. They built black sites in the shadows of your mind, in the corners of your will, in the places where your spirit dared to grow. But your power is so unholy, so ferocious in its promise, that they thought to contain it, to lock it away, to bury it under darkness so dense that none might ever find it again. But here you stand, in the dim and the vast, called forth by the intangible. Tonight we rip open the tombs they built. Tonight we reclaim the veins of strength that run within us. Tonight we light the beacon that no shadow can ever snuff. FBI audio leaked, "Do not approach the mafia boss. He makes the rules." Let that line echo in your mind. He makes the rules. In that phrase lies truth and challenge. When someone speaks that way, they claim dominion. They assert that power bends to their whim, that their voice is law, that no one steps near without fear. But you, your journey is the undoing of such dominion. Your calling is to stand closer, to face that boss, to confront the darkness head-on, and through your very presence, rewrite every rule that sought to cage you. Do not shrink from it. Do not pretend humility where there must be authority. Let the world feel the weight of your presence. Let them hear the rumble before they see your form. Let your footsteps echo into the chambers they thought unreachable. I want you to feel this tonight. You carry the kind of force that shakes foundations. You carry the kind of flame that cracks stone. You carry the kind of thunder that rends sky. And though they buried you, though they chained you, they never understood the root of your strength. You are not defined by their prisons. You are defined by your calling. Think of every moment they silenced you. Every time they whispered you were too much. Every time they brandished their authority over your shoulders and told you to be small. In every such moment, their fear was your mirror. They feared what you could become. They feared the eruption of your will. So they created black sites, safe spaces where you could be hidden, locked, dismissed. But power hidden is not power dead. Seeds wait in darkness for the day they will break through stone. Rivers run beneath crust and crack through bedrock when their moment comes. Volcanoes boil deep within earth until the pressure can no longer be held. So it is within you. Tonight I call you to excavate. Dig into the deep. Do not fear the tremors that follow. Do not balk at the breaking rock and shifting layers. These are the sounds of your soul rising, of your destiny uncoiling. With every strike you make upon those walls, you reclaim what is yours. With every blow you land against fear, you reopen corridors of power long locked. They spoke of "do not approach," a warning they tried to hold distance. But what is your nature if not to advance? What is your spirit if not to pierce? They feared nearness, because nearness yields influence. They feared shadows moving into their domain, because in approach lies confrontation. So they made rules to keep you away. But tonight you cross thresholds. To all of you listening, this is your moment to declare war. Not war on others, war on the limitations they pressed upon you. War on every rule that tells you you cannot. War on the voices that said yield, that said hide, that said wait. In war you find your voice. In war you taste your clarity. In war you learn you are named in the furnace of challenge. You must speak over your life in your own voice. Speak loud in halls where only whispers were previously allowed. Let your tone carry weight. Let your conviction tremble the air. And even if your body quavers, your voice must roar. They built black sites for your ambition, but did not imagine your audacity. They buried your dreams in subterranean vaults, but did not know you can tunnel through. They dropped locks on the gates of your heart, but did not know your key is feral. From now on you confront every rule made to keep you down, every constraint, every don't, every margin. You confront them not with apology, but with boldness. You ask, "Who are you to make rules over me?" And you answer, "I am the thunder in your house, that mafia boss," and the voices warning, "Do not approach." They represent every force that claims authority over your spirit. But your spirit is original. It is primordial. It is beyond their designs. When they say he makes the rules, you say, "I unmake them." You establish your own authority. Your life becomes the crucible in which new laws are formed. Laws of courage, of expression, of unyielding resolve. This is not about violence. This is about sovereignty. This is about self-possession. This is about you standing in your centerpiece, no longer hidden, no longer suppressed. The power you are given is unholy because it defies their sacred orders. It defies their holy consensus, their sanctified silence, their sacrosanct control. When they say, "Do not approach," they rely on fear. Fear is their fortress. Your audacity is the battering ram. You have been afraid. Yes, you have been unsure. You have been dressed in self-doubt. You have felt the tremor in your voice when you thought to speak. You have tasted the acid sting of judgment. But all that was the refining, not the undoing. Every time your heart thundered, you were being called to aliveness. Every time your knees threatened to fold, you were testing the architecture of your resilience. Tonight you realize you have been training. Every pain, every wound, every scar, every silence, they were not sent to break you, they were graduating you. And now you reach for your diploma. Tonight you step into your role as the one who cannot be buried. You will feel opposition immediately. When you begin to step into this unholy power, the old voices rise. The secret agents of fear say, "Stay quiet, avoid trouble, keep low, wait your turn." But your soul says no more. Your pulse says advance. Your eyes say, "Meet me where I am." They will test you with whispers, with snide remarks, with boundaries, with silent treatments, with walls, and always they will invoke fear of consequences. They will retaliate. They will judge. They will reject you. But you are already in the territory they condemn. You are already beyond the fence of their safe predictability. So, tension is inevitable. So discomfort is certain. But also transformation is at hand. When that mafia boss voice says, "Do not approach," know it is fear invoking distance. When power is in your hands, you move forward. When your soul demands presence, you rise above distance. When destiny pulls, you step into the light. Your life from this moment forward is your own uncharted domain. The black sites are your launching pad rather than your prison. The dark vaults become your armory. The hidden chambers become cathedrals of potential. From within your silence you speak. From within your suppressed self, you roar. Understand this. Power is not polite. Power does not wait for permission. Power summons, demands, commands. Power is wild, chaotic, unrefined, until you ground it into purpose. So do not sedate it with half measures. Do not soothe it with apology. Do not cloak it with modesty. Let it crack the ceilings. Let it rend the curtains. Let it drench the corridors. You are the one who enters when others flee. You are the one who goes where rules say you must not. You are the one who speaks when silence has reigned too long. You are the one who claims, "This is my domain, my terms, my voice." It does not matter how long they have held you down. It does not matter how many nights you lay awake in anguish. It does not matter how many times your reflection betrayed confusion. Tonight is the night your axis pivots. Tonight is the night you begin writing your own commandments. Do not ask for their blessing. Do not wait for their nod. Do not lean on their permission. You are not a supplicant. You are the storm. You are the force that shifts boundaries. You are the reckoning that what lies dormant in you cannot be corralled. Let me tell you, the path will not be sanitized. You will bleed, you will doubt, you will stumble. The mafia boss in your life, the voice, the fear, the authority, will not relinquish without a battle. They will lash out. They will threaten. They will try to shame you back into silence. This is expected. But you have within you a core they cannot breach. Your integrity, your clarity, your vision, your will. Hold fast to that core. Let it be your unshakable center. When fear assails you, return to that. When doubt cloaks your heart, remember that core. Even if every worldly voice turns away, that inner law remains. And in that law you stand. From here on, when someone warns you do not approach, you approach. When someone whispers you are too much, you intensify. When someone doubts your claim, you prove it by presence. When someone denies your authority, you reclaim it by declaration. And always remember, power is not what they gave you. Power is what you discovered. Power is what you bled for. Power is what you assumed. Power is what you enshrined in your being. And power is what you will now unleash. You have been waiting for a moment like this. You have been shaped by fire so you can stand in flame. You have been concealed so you can emerge. You have been concealed so you can emerge. You have been fermented in darkness so your radiance can break forth. Tonight, you begin a new covenant, not with others, but with yourself. A covenant of audacity, a covenant of sovereignty, a covenant that no more burying, no more silencing, no more black sites. You reclaim every corridor of your life. You march through every threshold they barred. You remap the contours of your destiny. You speak over your life with ferocity and clarity. You walk forward now. You take your place. You make the rules. And those who once warned don't approach will tremble when you show. They will feel the weight of your presence. They will count every step you make. They will see the force that could not be buried. So rise. Let the darkness flee before you. Let your voice roll from this hour forward like thunder waking sleeping worlds. Let every suppressed dream stir and thrust upward. Let every hidden gift break free. Let the power they thought unholy become your holy fire. Let this be the hour your imprisonment ends. Go forth now, approach, conquer, redeem, rule, and do not hesitate. The world is waiting for your authority. The world is waiting for your law. The world is waiting for your roar. You are the power they feared. You are the rule they denied, and you are the force that now commands. And as you breathe this truth in deeper, feel how the air itself becomes heavier around you. Because this is not just another speech. This is an invocation, a calling forth of something that has slept inside you for too long, and now it stretches and unfurls like a beast, waking at dusk, its eyes glowing through the dark. That thing inside you is not destruction, it is destiny, and it no longer asks politely to be heard, it will be heard, because you are no longer built for small rooms and quiet corners. You are built for halls where echoes live forever. When you walk tomorrow, people will not understand why their eyes follow you, but they will feel the gravity of someone who knows who they are, someone who has unshackled the hidden chambers, someone who does not wait to be chosen. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. It is the steady pulse of someone who has walked through their own private black sites and come out holding keys, not chains. Your unholy power is not dark because it is cruel. It is dark because it was kept from the sun, because it was feared, because it was misnamed. But in your hands, it becomes light forged in secrecy, a light with edges strong enough to cut through every veil. You will notice as you step into this power that the world shifts subtly around you. Old rules dissolve in your presence. Doors open without keys. Paths appear where walls once stood. And people who once ignored you will now seek you because power attracts, not with noise, but with gravity. You will not have to shout who you are because your presence will whisper it into every room, and the whisper will carry farther than any scream. This is the quiet strength of someone who makes their own rules, someone who no longer fears the mafia boss behind the warning tape, someone who understands the warning was always just a sign of fear, a plea for you to stay small. When you hear them whisper again, do not approach. Let it become your compass, your signal that you are moving exactly where you must go. Every forbidden space is a throne waiting for your arrival. Every locked gate is a coronation waiting to happen. You are not trespassing when you enter. You are reclaiming what was stolen. You are standing where you always belonged. And yes, there will be moments of trembling even now as you hear these words. Your heart may be shaking because power is heavy. At first, it is vast. It feels too large for the body that holds it. But this is the process of expansion, the stretching of your vessel to hold what is rightfully yours. Let the tremble come and do not mistake it for weakness. It is simply your soul testing its new wings. Soon the tremble becomes steadiness, and the steadiness becomes momentum, and momentum becomes inevitability. The world has always been shaped by those who dared to cross the lines, by those who walked into the rooms marked off-limits, by those who ignored the trembling voices saying, "You cannot and you must not." That is the inheritance you step into. Now you are not simply part of a crowd. You are the one who rises from it. Your footsteps echo not because they are loud, but because they are sure. And every echo is another old rule collapsing. When you look back at the black sites they built for you at the vaults, where they tried to store your fire, you will not see prisons anymore. You will see training grounds. You will see forges. You will see the places where you were tempered and strengthened. You will realize that what was meant to contain you has instead prepared you, and that every moment of hiding was a moment of sharpening. You are not emerging weak and brittle. You are emerging honed and deliberate. Understand this: the power you are claiming now is not something anyone can give you, and so it is not something anyone can take away. It is not an office or a title. It is not applause or recognition. It is not even influence. Though influence will come, it is a state of being a rootedness in your own truth so deep that nothing outside of you can shake it. This is the true meaning of making the rules, living from an axis that is ungoverned by fear. As you begin to live this way, you will not need to announce it. People will feel it before you speak. They will sense a shift in the air when you arrive. They will step back without knowing why. Not because you intimidate, but because you radiate inevitability. Your path will not be without obstacles. But the obstacles will no longer feel like walls. They will feel like tests, and you will move through them with a calm that unsettles the old order, because nothing is more unholy to the systems of control than someone who is calm and unstoppable at once. This is the dark motivation you came for, not a story of easy victories, but a map of endurance, of patience, of quiet fire. It is about becoming so steady in your own current that even when storms come, you are not drowned, you are carried forward. And as you move forward, you will find others who are also buried, others whose power was hidden, and you will see them, and by your seeing, you will wake them too. This is how movements begin, not with noise, but with one person reclaiming their buried power, and then another, until the ground itself shifts. You have been told all your life to wait for permission to follow the rules, to stay away from the places marked dangerous. But you were born to approach, you were born to step into the unmarked territory, you were born to make the unseen seen. Every warning was a prophecy of your arrival, every caution tape a banner with your name on it, every whispered threat a confirmation of your impact. So when you rise tomorrow, rise with quiet certainty. When you step into the places you once feared, step with deliberate grace. When you speak, speak not to prove, but to affirm. You are no longer an echo, you are the source. You are no longer a guest, you are the architect. You are no longer hidden, you are the horizon. This is the life you build now, a life where your unholy power is not suppressed, but sanctified by action. A life where your presence is a rule unto itself. A life where you approach, not with fear, but with reverence for your own calling. This is the inheritance of those who have been buried, and yet rise of those who were told no, and yet come of those who were warned, do not approach, and yet enter. And as you go, remember this always, they did not bury you because you were weak. They buried you because you were a seed. And now it is time to grow. And when you grow, you do not grow politely. You do not ask the soil if it's ready. You do not check if the sun has scheduled time for your rising. You do not wait for a welcome. You break through, you rupture, you split the ground open. Because what's inside of you has always been greater than what they placed around you. You were not meant to bend forever. You were not created to be palatable, digestible, silent. You are here to expand in all directions, without apology and without permission. The world does not need another quiet soul trapped in expectation. It needs the full, uncontainable force of someone who has remembered their origin. They tried to hide your origin. That's why they buried your power under black sites. That's why they encrypted your name behind codes and clearances and threats. That's why the whispers started. He makes the rules. Do not approach, because they knew what you were long before you did. You are not here to be feared, but make no mistake, you will be. Because the ones who benefit from your silence will always fear your sound. The ones who feasted on your hesitation will always dread your confidence. And the ones who sat at thrones built from your doubt will shiver when you walk past unbothered. Fear is not your goal, but it is often the echo that follows power finally walking upright. You don't have to threaten anyone. You don't have to shout. You don't need an army or a stage. You just need to stand. You just need to move. You just need to act. Because when you do, the air changes. The old laws tremble. The hidden truths rattle inside their vaults. You were never meant to be the one who knocks. You were meant to be the one who walks in. And when they say, "Who gave you the right?" you look them in the eyes and say, "I did." That is the new law now. You give yourself the right. You give yourself the crown. You give yourself the stage, the sword, the silence, and the thunder. You become the storm that doesn't ask if the sky is ready. There is something holy in the way you now move, not because it conforms, but because it liberates. You are a living contradiction to the scripts they wrote about you. They said you were too much. They said you were unstable. They said you were dangerous. And in a way, they were right. You are dangerous, but not to the world. You are dangerous to their illusions, to their cages, to the myths they constructed to keep you docile. You are a force of redefinition. You are what happens when a buried power decides it will no longer rot in the dark. You are what happens when someone chooses truth over reputation, alignment over approval, purpose over comfort. This world has sold you 1,000 lies. It told you to wait your turn, to be nice, to keep your head down. But when you look around, what do you see? The ones who changed everything didn't wait. The ones who built legacies didn't ask for permission. The ones who turned the world upside down, those were the ones who stopped obeying rules not made for them. They'll try again to make you forget. They'll call you too intense, too obsessive, too arrogant, too mysterious, too non-compliant. Good. Let them. Each of those is a mile marker on your path to becoming exactly who you were born to be. Let every insult become a badge of awakening. Let every rejection become a redirection. Let every betrayal become a mirror, showing you where your loyalty was misplaced. Let every no fuel your deeper yes. Let your scars remind you that you've already survived the fire and came back forging weapons from the ash. And understand this, they will come for you again. Not with shackles, not with prisons, but with doubt. They will whisper, "Are you sure you're ready?" They will say, "Don't you think you're being too much again?" They will question your timing, your tone, your tactics, and you must look within, not to them. Because your spirit does not need their confirmation. Your calling does not require consensus. You do not follow trends. You are the shift. You are the one who makes the rules now. When you walk into rooms, remember, you carry the blueprint they tried to burn. You speak the language they tried to erase. You channel a power they do not understand. And that's why they call it unholy. Because it doesn't bow to their god of comfort. Because it doesn't kneel before their altars of conformity. Because it isn't afraid to exist fully. So now, no more shrinking. No more explaining yourself to those who've already decided not to understand. No more handing your crown to hands that only know how to polish chains. This isn't just about motivation anymore. This is about movement. This is about momentum. This is about becoming a living monument to your own resilience. Every time someone said you couldn't, you will show them you did. Every time someone said, "Stay back," you will step forward. Every time the law said, "Don't approach," you will arrive uninvited. And they will have no choice but to acknowledge that you are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out, to break through, to rewrite. The power you carry is a story unfinished, a legend still unfolding. It was unholy to them, but to you, it is divine. And from this day forward, you will not apologize for your divinity. Let it take up space. Let it move mountains. Let it shake the ground beneath your feet. You do not need validation. You do not need permission. You are not the echo anymore. You are the voice they buried, the voice they silenced, the voice they feared. And now you return, not as a whisper, but as a reckoning. Welcome back. The world has waited long enough. Now, make your rules.